RHOP, Karen Huger sentenced on DUI charges. Details. RHOP star Karen Huger has been officially sentenced in her DUI case. This comes nearly a year after her wreck, and now she is facing the consequences of her actions. So how did it play out, and what will happen to the Grande Dame? Keep reading for more details. RHOP Karen Huger sentenced on DUI charges. In March 2024, Karen Huger got into a car wreck while intoxicated. At the time, she seemed to have a hard time recalling specific details of the accident. Yet she did say she had left a friend's home where she had a few beers. Unfortunately for Karen, officers found a bottle in her car, and 9 months later, she was found guilty of driving under the influence, negligent driving, failure to control speed to avoid a collision, and failure to notify of an address change. At the same time, she did not attend the RHOP reunion and claimed that she was seeking help for her problems. Usually when housewives do not show up for the reunion, they get fired, but this was an extenuating circumstance. Karen then released a statement that she would not be returning to the show. Now on Wednesday, February 26, she awaited her sentencing, which could be 2 years in prison. She has had 4 previous DUI offenses, so that may not have helped her case. In the end, Karen Huger was sentenced to 1 year in prison for her DUI offense, according to Fox 5. Initially, she was sentenced to the 2 years that were suspected. However, Karen got 1 year suspended. She does have 30 days to file an appeal on this verdict, but will also have to pay $2,900. It does not end there. After Karen's release from prison in 2026, she will not be able to drive a car for a year. Per Montgomery County Circuit Court Judge Terrence McGann. When will she start her sentence? It is unclear when Karen Huger will begin her sentence, but the judge made it clear she has messed up before. He noted that this is not a second chance, as she has been driving under the influence several times before. Now it has caught up to her, though she did appear remorseful as the sentencing was being handed down. As for whether or not she actually understands what she did wrong is unclear. It is also unclear if she will file an appeal to get her sentence reduced. She did get lucky to only have to serve half of the anticipated 2 years, and now RHOP fans and followers will have to wait to see what happens next for Karen. Surely, Andy Cohen will speak out tonight on WLUHL about this. The Real Housewives of Potomac, RHOP, star Karen Huger, known for her quick wit, opulent lifestyle, and self-proclaimed title as the Grand Dame, has found herself at the center of controversy after being sentenced on DUI charges. Fans of the hit Bravo series were left stunned as news broke that the iconic reality star was facing legal consequences following an incident that unfolded in the early hours of the morning. The incident that shook Potomac. The incident in question reportedly occurred late one night after a social gathering in the affluent Maryland suburb. Sources claim that Huger had been attending a private party at an upscale venue, where she was seen enjoying drinks and socializing with other prominent figures from the Potomac elite. As she left the venue, eyewitnesses noted that she appeared to be slightly impaired, but still opted to get behind the wheel of her luxury SUV. Law enforcement officials stated that Huger was pulled over after failing to obey a traffic signal. Officers on the scene conducted a field sobriety test, which she allegedly struggled to complete. She was subsequently taken into custody, where her blood alcohol level reportedly exceeded the legal limit. Huger was later released on bail, but the legal drama was only just beginning. A courtroom spectacle. As expected, Huger's day in court was nothing short of dramatic. The courtroom was packed with fans, media representatives, and even some of her fellow RHOP cast members. Dressed in a chic, tailored ensemble, Huger maintained an air of grace and poise, despite the serious charges against her. Prosecutors presented evidence of her impairment, including video footage from the arresting officer's body cameras. The footage reportedly showed Huger struggling to walk in a straight line, slurring her words, and expressing confusion about why she had been stopped. The prosecution argued that her actions had put others in danger and called for a firm sentence to send a message about the dangers of driving under the influence. Huber's defense and apology. Huber's legal team countered by emphasizing her otherwise clean record, her contributions to charity, and her remorse over the incident. Her attorney argued that Huber had made a regrettable mistake, but had already taken steps to ensure it would never happen again. In an emotional statement to the court, Huber expressed deep regret for her actions. "I take full responsibility for what happened that night," she said, her voice trembling. "I never intended to put anyone at risk, and I sincerely apologize to my family, friends, and my loyal fans who look up to me." She went on to reveal that she had already begun attending alcohol awareness classes and had pledged to become an advocate for responsible drinking. The sentencing. After deliberating, the judge handed down a sentence that included probation, community service, and a mandatory DUI education program. While some had speculated that Huber might face jail time, the judge ultimately opted for a more rehabilitative approach, considering her cooperation and remorse. In addition to her legal sentence, Huber's driver's license has been suspended, and she will be required to use an ignition interlock device for a specified period. She must also complete a set number of community service hours, which sources say she plans to use to educate young adults about the dangers of drinking and driving. Fallout within the RHOP circle. As expected, the drama surrounding Huber's arrest and sentencing has sent shockwaves through the RHOP cast. Some castmates, including Gizelle Bryant and Robin Dixon, have already weighed in on the matter, with Bryant shading Huber for always acting like she's above the drama. Meanwhile, Huber's longtime ally, Ashley Darby, has expressed support, stating, "Everyone makes mistakes, and I know Karen will come out of this stronger." Fans of the show have taken to social media to debate the situation, with some expressing disappointment in Huber's actions, while others have praised her for owning up to her mistakes. What's next for Karen Huger? Despite the legal turmoil, Huger has vowed to turn this setback into a learning experience. In a recent social media post, she addressed her followers, thanking them for their support and promising to emerge better and wiser. "I have learned a valuable lesson, and I will use this as an opportunity to grow," she wrote. "I love you all, and I appreciate your understanding." While it remains unclear how Bravo will address the situation on the upcoming season of RHOP, one thing is for sure: this storyline is bound to be a major topic of conversation. Whether this incident will tarnish Huber's status as the Grand Dame or simply add another layer to her already compelling narrative remains to be seen. As fans eagerly await the next season, the question remains: will Karen Huger's redemption arc be one for the books, or will this scandal follow her for seasons to come? Only time will tell.